Good afternoon. I know it's very difficult to talk to be like not the last, but almost the last speaker on the session, speaking after those outstanding speakers and presenting all those research topics is not an easy task. I will give you a short biography about myself. I had the chance, I was lucky to be able to work in social work here in Jordan and in Syria. And I formed actually my experience in social work by getting a master's degree in social work at the German Jordanian University. And here I'd like to recognize my president, Dr. Manar. Thank you very much for all the support you give to all social work students at JJU. For us at the Arab International University, I believe we built a strong relationship with the NGO sector. But I'm here today to speak about this relationship and how free project gave the chance to those NGOs, or especially the case of JCI, to be an active partner with this. What's really unique about JCI is JCI is in support of the Sustainable Development Goals, which is the core of free project. As a social worker, we give a strong statement actually. The statement is, changing student needs are creating new ways for social workers to give them the chance to do what's the best to do. So this is a challenging statement. It's either you are providing them with such projects, like free, to invest on them, to give them the chance to contribute, to give them the chance to be part of the project, or either you avoid partner with them or disregard them with this project, and this is another challenge for them, and they will fight for it. So it's really important to integrate the NGO sector, and especially when we're talking about students in higher institutions. Actually, there are two main points. The first one is successful community engagement efforts are much likely depending on the classical way of partnership, which we have to change. We have to start thinking of partnering with the NGO sector, and more than the classical way. We have to integrate them within the project from the first beginning, maybe from the analysis, maybe from the design of the project, because this is the right time. We all know basic rules in business. Whenever you get the people at the start, you get them to the end. The second thing is there are few elements that social workers or the NGO sectors in need of the higher institution. First, it starts with the need analysis. In social work, we all know, few social workers are in the room and they know that how it's really important to have the need analysis. How it's important to help those organizations to design their programs. How to give them tools to have the leadership skill needed to work in the community. And what's really important is how to give them the platform to be part of the research. Because research is an academic product that's a must in a higher education institution and can be granted from social researchers. And finally, which is the most important role of a social worker, is the advocacy. The start of the program, the start of having the NGO sector started from Arab International University and Damascus University, and as an example in Syria, started from the centers created. This is where This is where they started investing and started the partnership. Then, how they got those people involved, how they get the NGO sector is through the sessions, the workshops, and the online courses. I would say that the online courses was a really effective tool to get the people, even not the students of the university or the academies of the university, but also it was a good way to approach the NGOs and to get them involved, to get them registered, and it was really important that you had these online courses open for public. This is how AIO approached, as an example, the leaders of JCI. We spoke a lot about JCI. Let me introduce JCI to you. Actually, I'm a JCI member since 2007. JCI exists in the region. I would like to, from Syria as an example, from 2005. It is a non-profit organization that's executing or having chapters in 5,000 cities with more than 2,000 active members all over the globe. It was established actually in the United States, in St. Louis, and what's really important that JCI declared in the World Congress of 2015 their contribution to the Sustainable Development Goals. JCI using the JCI Active Citizenship Framework, which is a successful tool, which is a tool that is really effective when designing their project, starting from the analysis, the stage that we talked about, then they review the execution and the development, and the core of their tools is partnership. In Syria, it was established in 2004. In Damascus, currently now, they have almost than 240 active members, and it started their collaboration with the universities back in 2011, especially with the Arab International University, and they are really investing on individual development. JCI starts from individual, it focuses on the individuals, and it says if you want to build the community, you have to build the individual, and they start with the soft skills, they start with the public speaking and debating skills. Their collaboration with Damascus University or Damascus Virtual University governmental, they advanced their collaboration, and actually they really invested on it when they started doing the first forum for corporate social responsibility. Then on the next year, they moved to the next level, which is publishing social research in a competition in 2019. What's really unique about JCI Damascus specifically, which is the partner of Arab International University, is the percentage of female leadership. If you can notice, it's 68% of the leadership of Damascus are female. Then the end result of this collaboration is the Memorandum of Understanding that was signed. The Memorandum of Understanding was not the first phase, was not the first initiative. We collaborated since 2011. We collaborated in 3 projects since the beginning. Then we concluded this. And this is why I'm saying we don't want to go on the classical way. We want to have an effective partnership. This is one of the events that was conducted. The training is conducted by JCI, and this is the number of beneficiaries of one training of public speaking and debating with the presence of President Tamer Hajj, the President of Arab International University. What's really important about JCI is JCI could be a regional partner. It exists in Jordan, it exists in Lebanon, it exists in Syria. In Jordan, it was founded in 2010. In Lebanon, it was founded in 2005. The total number of membership is not high, but what's really important about it is they have chapters within the universities. Princess Sumaya University has a chapter, has one of the local chapters of JCI. It's called Princess Sumaya Chapter of JCI. The AUB also in Lebanon has the same form. What do they do? Those chapters. Those chapters are generating leaders for other chapters, for other geographical chapters like Damascus or Amman or Beirut. From the universities, those students are being generated, educated, skillful, then they go to the other chapters. So the university chapters are being the factory of the leaders of JCI. I would like to close with some achievements of JCI Syria, which is having like 8 awards out of 13, and that was yesterday on the region. As a closing statement, I would like to go to my first statement. Social workers, our tools can be invested, can be partnered. It's either we give them challenges so they fight against to prove they do exist and they can change, or we give them opportunity, and this is what I believe the free project did. Thank you very much for listening.